together. All right, so today I'm hoping we're going to be pretty fast because basically what we're going to do is we're going to go through and we'll make our breakfast, which is the coffee cake overnight oats. We'll go through and make our salad, and then we'll get our things ready for the grill. So you can either grill now or you can grill at your dinner time or, you know, sometime today that's convenient for you, but we'll get those things ready so that you can just go out and grill. Maybe one of these times I'll figure out, I could bring my computer out there and we could grill together. I don't know. Maybe that'll be August. Be pretty fun. See who has a grease fire, you know, it's a good time. So go ahead and gather up all the things for the coffee cake recipe, and I'm going to start sharing that now. And somebody yell if my music's too loud. It's annoying. We're going 80s today. Okay, and so I talked about this in the nutrition call, and if you're like me, maybe you don't look around at things all that often. So just an FYI on your recipes, say this is currently at 1 serving. If you hover over this 1 serving, you'll get this nifty little bar, and you can change the servings, and it changes the recipe for you. So it's so cool. I can't believe I didn't know it was there before, but it makes it so much easier than trying to calculate it. So go ahead and we'll start getting the ingredients out for this one. Oh, and if you do not have already cooked quinoa for your salad, let's get that on the stove now too. So whatever size of salad you're making, let me just click over there really quick. If you're doing the full 12 servings, that means you would need 1.5 cups of quinoa to cook, and you can just cook it per the instructions.
Have you ever cooked yours in your pressure cooker?
I haven't. No.
It is like game changer, because you know how if quinoa bubbles over on your stove, it is a hot mess, like for real. Yeah, you can pressure cook it, and it's just 2 minutes.
Oh, that's
2 minutes.
awesome.
Yeah, and you don't have to worry about bubbling over. You just set it, and it's done. Perfect. And it's same type of measurements, you know, one to one. So it's great.
Oh, I love it. Okay, we'll go back over here to our coffee cake oats. So yeah, so if you haven't already started your quinoa, I'm actually going to skip the quinoa in the salad because most of my family isn't crazy about it. And then that will take some of the yellow out of it, but I'm going to keep the garbanzo beans in because we all eat those.
I cheated and bought Costco's quinoa already made.
There you go. See, there's another way to do it too. Or they have the, what's that one? Seeds of Change.
Mm-hmm.
It's the packets you can buy that are already made too. So any way to make it faster, it's all good.
Exactly. This makes it much easier for my week as well.
So, and I think I wrote it in our instructions, but this recipe for 1 serving is 2 yellows. So I'm actually going to cut this in half and have like a half a serving for each of my servings because I only want 1 yellow, and then I'll add a protein in later. So if you're following portion picks, you could just add in a half a red to replace, you know, this missing part, but not everybody has a lot of yellows. So you may not want to, you know, be done with them all at breakfast. So just kind of portion it out as it, you know, it works for your plan. So whenever you've got all your stuff together, feel free to go ahead and start warming up that crunch that's going to go on the top. So that's 2 tablespoons of oats and 2 tablespoons of pecans. Let's see, a little bit of butter. What does it say in there? 1 teaspoon of butter or coconut oil.
So I have a question about this recipe because it says to add the Shakeology to the combination and then add the almond milk, and you're going to refrigerate it overnight. But my understanding is as soon as you put Shakeology with liquid, then you start losing some of the nutrition value. Is that?
It's more pro and prebiotic value to my understanding. So you'll still have a lot of the nutritional value. You won't have the benefit of the pre and probiotics because those are active, and that's what it gets consumed within that 30 minutes of you making it for the best benefit. So you'll still have a lot of nutritional value. It just, you won't have the full benefits of Shakeology.
And I have always added the Shakeology the next morning, like right before I eat it.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So so I don't lose any of those benefits, but that's just me.
Yeah. You know, another option I just thought of, you could do Recover with this to have the protein benefit, and then just have your Shakeology normal through another, you know what I mean, as a normal meal through your day. But do like Recover isn't going to lose anything by sitting in these overnight oats.
Yeah, for sure.
Or Recharge. I'm not sure how good Recharge would be in it. It's not quite as sweet, but that would be a way to do it too.
That's true.
Anybody still have leftover chia seeds from when we made the pudding? And if you, like, I thought about not specifically buying vanilla on unsweetened almond milk, but if, you know, so you can just always add vanilla in if you only had, you know, the regular unsweetened almond milk. And then I also, it was funny, one of our grocery stores that I was at yesterday didn't have coconut sugar. So I'm just going to add a little maple syrup. But I need to go, I guess I need to order that from Amazon or something, or find it at our Whole Foods. I figured everybody'd have it.
I get mine from Target.
Oh, okay. I should check there next time.
Yeah, Target has an organic coconut sugar brand that
Okay.
I pick up. So yeah.
Yeah, Safeway and Fred Meyer have it as well.
Well, I was at Albertsons, which is owned by Safeway, and they didn't have any.
That's
Unless
weird.
they had it in like some special, special section. I wasn't looking.
I was surprised to find it at Walmart too.
Oh
have a
yeah,
lot
I
of
bet they do
selection.
that. They're carrying a lot more organic, just more health food. Okay, is everybody's kitchen smelling really good now with these toasted oats and pecans? Oh, I almost forgot the Shakeology. That's funny. Like, I feel like I'm missing something. Okay, so after you have that mixed up, you can put it in individual containers, or I'm just gonna leave mine in the bowl I mixed it in, stick it in the fridge. I'll divide it up tomorrow. I'll put my crunch on it tomorrow when I'm ready to eat it. So you can, once that cools, you can throw that into some kind of container to have it available. Okay, and then if you're done with that, let's go ahead and either finish up or start getting your vegetables out for the salad. Okay, just give me a yell if you are still working on the overnight oats.
Just finishing up.
Okay, perfect. I'll wait just a minute and then I'll switch recipes. Good, Kate? All right. Okay, spinach salad with quinoa recipe. So we're gonna make our salad and then we'll move on to the grilled veggie quesadilla prep. So I'm gonna actually, I'm gonna leave this at 12 servings unless everybody else has changed it. I'm gonna go down to 6 on this one because I'm the only one eating it this week, so. And if you have a jar, here, I'm gonna go down to the directions. If you have a jar, I don't even know if it says to combine it that way, but I like to like shake up my dressing. So if you have like a canning jar, you can just shake it up and then throw it over everything. So if your quinoa is still cooking, no worries. This can just be added in, after that finishes. I'd let it cool or run it through some cool water so that it doesn't hit the salad warm. And I'm going to throw a chop on my spinach just because I don't like the pieces to be giant. Actually, no, see, I got to remember I'm doing half the recipe. We'll just throw all that spinach in, it'll be fine. So, and I'm just sitting my cup right here while I'm chopping and just throwing my chopped veggies into it till I get to the measurement needed, and then I'll just throw it in the big bowl. This is a plate, this salad, if there's something you don't like, you could definitely sub something in, like, little things of jicama. You could do different vegetables that you like more if there's something you're not crazy about. Or if spinach isn't your favorite, you could try arugula or a spring mix, something like that.
My favorite is the sweet kale mix from Costco.
Oh, yum. See, there you go. And kale holds up well, the dressing.
Yes. Lasts longer, I find.
And I'd say if you guys can, I don't know if they're called Zima cherry tomatoes all the time, but Zima is pretty funny anyway for anybody who grew up in the 80s with Zimas, right? But anywho, these are really good tomatoes, and I've been seeing them at all the grocery stores I go to. I just grab a handful. That's kind of how I get my veggies in. I grab a handful of those, handful of sugar snap peas, and just walk around and snack. Let's see. And if anybody's a tropical strawberry Shakeology fan, or even, I bet you could do it in the regular strawberry. I haven't had the regular strawberry in a long time, but I do cucumber, the English cucumbers in with frozen fruit with my strawberry, and it's so refreshing. What do you think, Lizzie? I have this little beast at my feet now, so I gotta watch where I'm going. He wants to see what's happening.
Okay, so what's his name?
Timber. Yep.
Timber.
Timber. We wanted something Oregon duck, but couldn't quite come up with something because our last dog was named Duck. Yeah. So we went with Timber. Sounds kind of Oregonian. Even though she's from Mexico. So I couldn't find any, Hispanic type names that I really loved. I'm going to run out and grab my mint. If you have mint at your house, don't put it in the ground. They're like an invasive species. Put it in a pot. Just FYI. I had a little bit of parsley left over in my refrigerator too, so I'm going to throw some of that in with this salad. Is this anybody's first time using mint in their salad? It's not always a regular ingredient, but there's another great recipe in, I think it's Fixate Cookbook 2 with the quinoa tabbouleh salad. And that's one of my favorites. I made that before I even realized it was in that recipe book, but it's laid out portionally really great. So it's easier than trying to conform another recipe to it, but super simple. Parsley, mint, lemon juice, salt, pepper. Really nice in the summer. Anybody else have way too many types of vinegar in their kitchen? I thought I had cherry vinegar, but I don't. So I just stuck a little cooking cherry in there and I'm gonna do apple cider vinegar. So.
Question, could you sub black beans instead of garbanzos?
Oh,
in there?
totally.
Or because they seem to have, like, the black beans actually have the same amount of protein, but they have way more fiber.
Yeah, you could definitely sub them in. You
It's
really could
also-
sub in just about any bean you like the cannellis and any of those should be just fine.
Gotcha. Yeah, I was gonna do 1 can of black beans and 1 can of the garbanzos.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot my smoked paprika. I knew I was forgetting something. Oh, it's just regular paprika. Ooh, I might throw in smoked paprika. I really like that. I'm gonna do half and half. Which is good because I'm almost out of paprika apparently. This is gonna be really good with that grilled chicken. Excited for the salad. All right, how's everybody doing with the salad? If you like that smoky flavor, I'd highly recommend the smoked paprika in it. Tastes pretty good.
I love all the colors in this salad.
I know, it's so pretty. And tasty. This will be one I'm gonna have to keep sampling as I sit here probably. Gotta make sure it tastes good. Check your seasoning, right? Okay, so let me know if you are still using the salad recipe. Done. Let's go down here. Are you good, Bev? Okay, so let's go over to the grilled veggie quesadilla. So what we're gonna do is get the veggies ready. So we're gonna slice them, get them on a plate, get them ready to put on the grill, and then the same, so do your veggies first, get that on a tray, plate, whatever you take out to grill. And then we'll move to the chicken so that you can still use the same cutting board. And then once you're done with the chicken, we can clean up and go grill. So on the quesadilla, what my plan is, because I'm actually, this is probably the one I'm most excited about. It sounds delicious. So I'm gonna roast everything up or grill everything up. And then I will just leave those on a plate in the refrigerator. And then each day I'll get out my tortilla, my pre-made pesto, some mozzarella, and heat it up fresh. So that, and the vegetables should have enough heat while you're making your quesadilla to heat up just fine in there. So they won't be cold in the middle. This one, if you were going to take it with you, I think what I would do is maybe mix in some pesto and some cheese into a dish. You could then take that container to work with your tortilla shell and maybe just heat it up in the microwave a little bit and then put that in your tortilla to have at lunch. It's not quite as friendly to have all put together just because it's, you know, it's going to be a little liquidy. I think if the veggies stay in the tortilla, you know, for good. So I'm going to get my veggies cut up, put on a plate.
Deanna, I'm sure that you've done this, but what do you use when you make pesto?
Oh, yeah, it's funny because this is the first time I bought it.
I'm like store-bought pesto. Okay.
So we always just get, you know, a giant bunch of basil, obviously. We do a little pecorino romano in it, a little olive oil, garlic. And then if we have walnuts, we'll do walnuts. Sometimes we'll do pine nuts. It's kind of whatever. Most of the time we usually have walnuts on hand. So, and we've also done almonds before.
Wow. I haven't even thought about that.
So then we just
Does it normally have nuts in it?
It has pine nuts, I think, in
a
true Italian recipe.
Okay.
But we started doing it. My husband's uncle has a bunch of walnut trees, so we always have walnuts usually. So it's just one of those things. We just kind of use what we have and then go from there. And like sometimes I think David he usually makes it the most, but I think he'll put a little bit of lemon in it too sometimes. So I think you just kind of go to your taste, but you just keep it super herby. And yeah.
Okay.
Just throw it all in the food processor and hit go. Yeah, it's funny. I actually thought about that. I'm like, God, I haven't bought pesto. I'm like, I hope it's good. So I'm going to keep these pieces a little bit bigger for the grill. So you may end up, depends on how you want to do it. Like the pepper, I'll probably keep a little bigger and then maybe I'll slice it before I put it back in the fridge. So I'm not trying to chase them around the grill. And then I ended up, it's funny, I usually don't buy portobellos. I usually just buy cremini, which are baby portobellos and cheaper. FYI for mushrooms. I'm just going to stick these on whole and then I'll slice them up after they've cooled down. And then if you have not cleaned mushrooms before, I find the easiest is you take a paper towel and you just kind of go over the top of it. It gets most of the grit if there's any dirt. And then I'm going to keep my zucchini long and I don't know, probably a 1/4 inch thick. Maybe closer to a half. We'll see how good my knife skills are right now.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So if I'm using, and maybe that's not the best idea, what I have right now is frozen red bell pepper, or actually the yellow and green, the 3 colors. So would I have to make that, would I have to cook that on the stove first before grilling, or?
You would thaw it out and then you could grill it. I don't know if it will stay like right now this is really stiff and hard,
Yeah.
fresh, and I don't know if the frozen will have that same integrity. So it might be more limp. So it may be easier just to saute those on the stove.
That's what I was
And
thinking.
then you don't have to thaw them too.
Okay. That's what I was thinking. And what was my other question? So what's the serving size then? I see 4 servings. So is it just one quesadilla is a serving?
So you'd have 4 tortillas. So 1 tortilla, and then you would take a fourth of all the vegetables you've done. And honestly, if you go a little over on the veggies, you know what I mean? That's not the department we're worried about. So, just take a fourth of whatever veggies you grilled up, 1 tortilla, and then you're doing, it says 4 tablespoons of mozzarella cheese.
Okay.
And then, 4 tablespoons of goat cheese. If you say you just had mozzarella, you could then do more mozzarella.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if they're equivalent. So but you're close.
Okay.
A little bit of pesto.
Okay.
And you just kind of smear it around that tortilla.
Okay. So basically 1 tortilla is the serving size. That was my,
yesterday I looked at a bunch of different tortillas too, because we've talked about those a lot on the nutrition happy hour, right?
Yeah.
And I grabbed a whole wheat tortilla. And this one's 130 calories for one, which a lot of other ones were like 110, and even some were even less than that. This one has 3 grams of dietary fiber for 21 grams of carbs. So it's within that fiber-filled range. It has 4 grams of protein. But I did see there was a tortilla I think we talked about that Lily had that was called maybe a carb balance or something. Yeah,
that's what I have. And
yeah. And that one has more protein, more fiber.
Yeah. And they're
it's 110.
No, there's a lot smaller. So they're street.
This is 70 because it's not the burrito size. It's more like the taco size, I think.
Yeah.
So it's 70 calories, 15 grams of fiber, 19 carbs, 5 grams of protein, and 3 grams of fat.
So, and technically, portion fix, you still just would use 1 tortilla. I think some people, if it's 70 is going to put you at 140, which is a little high for 1 yellow. So if it were maybe 60 or less, then you could potentially use 2. Right. So yours are small, Kelly. So you could probably do a top and a bottom and they'd just be open, or you do 2 halves,
Yeah. These are 2 tortillas, 70 calories, 20 grams of carbs. Oh, protein, 6 grams, dietary fiber, 17 grams.
Yeah. So you'd for sure use 2.
Is that for 2 tortillas? So
yeah, they're super small.
So you have the smaller size and then I have the next size up.
So you could probably, Kelly, get away with 3 in that, in that range.
Okay.
3 tortillas.
No, I love these. They're small. Sometimes I just eat 1 and that's enough for me. I have the other size too, which is a little bit bigger. See?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, these are actually 1 tortilla, 45 calories. So I don't know. I like them, but I prefer the smaller ones.
Yeah.
What did you say that the dietary fiber should be? I'm looking at all of our alternatives that we have because we don't do gluten.
So 1 gram of fiber at least per every 10 grams of carbs.
Oh, okay. Well, that doesn't exist then for ours.
A lot of the gluten-free type stuff, because it uses a rice flour or
corn,
they don't have a lot of fiber in them.
Corn.
Not using.
It's either corn or rice or egg.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm looking at them. I'm going, okay.
So mine are almost 1 for 1, right?
Yeah, yours are, yeah, those are really high. They put an extra additive, they add in fiber.
Okay, because I'm like,
So they're
dang,
more fiber filled.
yeah.
Yeah, because mine have 15 grams of fiber for 19 carbs.
Yeah,
Now I got a cat behind me. It's like a zoo around here.
yeah, these bigger ones are 10 grams dietary fiber and then 12 grams carbs. So yeah. I love me some tortillas, I'm not gonna lie.
Have you tried making them? They're actually relatively easy. You just get a prep.
No.
We made pastrami street tacos one year for Thanksgiving. We did like a whole small plate thing. And so I made rye tortillas to hold the pastrami meat. It was so good.
No, I remember, and a matter of fact, that when I was out to go see my parents a couple of months ago, we were talking about my grandmother, my dad's mom. She used to, and I recall being little, that woman could make some tortillas. I mean, she had it all set up. It was like an assembly line, and she was quick. She just rolled them, flip them, boom. And I mean, they were just so good. Homemade was so good. Mom did too, but I think the older generation, that's what they did. They just made a lot of freaking tortillas, a lot of beans.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you were working. You needed to feed yourself. That's the way. I mean, everything at our family was a potato at every meal, right? I mean, that's just the way it is.
So, yep. If you had a tortilla, refried beans, and you could toss an egg in there too, you would have basically an egg and bean burrito is what you would eat.
You'd be set.
I don't know if they threw cheese in it or not. I would put cheese in mine, but but yeah, that was some good eating, especially working out in the cotton fields. That's what you got was a burrito.
Yeah.
So.
All right, are you guys ready to go to the chicken? Are we got all of our quesadillas ready? Okay, so this one's super fast too. You're just mixing up this Dijon mix. Super simple: garlic, Dijon mustard, a little bit of olive oil. So this talks about putting it on, before grilling it. I'd actually slather another little as you're grilling, get a little more Dijon on there and a little more flavor. So go both, do both if you have enough in there to slather it 2 times. And yeah, so you can get your stuff ready, get it plated. I gotta take a picture of my vegetables here.
Are you cutting it into cubes and skewering it, or are you doing?
Yeah, so with
chicken?
chicken breasts, you know how there's always that fat end and the thinner end. I cut them lengthwise in half, usually, depending on how thick they are, so that they're a little more even.
Yeah.
And then I just do them like that, right? So then I'll just throw the mustard on there, do that.
Gotcha. I'm thinking it would be really good just cut into cubes and skewered, because then you could like toss it.
Yep.
I'm thinking maximum amount of coverage.
Yes. No, I like the way you're thinking. It would be totally good that way. And if you had some leftover veggies, you just stick them on there.
Yeah. It sounds really good.
And this is one too that, like, if you're not grilling, just, pan sear or broil, or if you have like a grill type pan for your stovetop, easy to do that too. Now I can't decide if I bought a bunch of steelhead yesterday too, because salmon and steelhead are on sale here now because it's the season. So I don't know if I have the salad for lunch with some steelhead or if I make the quesadilla. It's too many choices. So how does everybody feel about going onto the grill? Should we do, because I was thinking in August, we would do another recipe or set of recipes where we'll grill since it's nice weather. Good? Okay.
I might be in San Francisco in my RV anyway, so
There you go.
wherever we're going to be.
Yeah, your travel's starting up again now, huh?
Yes. Yep, every week.
Well, I guess that's good. You gotta have some income, right?
Yes, that is good. we do need to make some money.
I'm gonna go run out and start my grill quick. All right, well, what's everybody gonna eat first? Are you actually waiting till tomorrow? Are you gonna eat some today?
A little of everything.
Yeah, last time I gotta make that pulled chicken chipotle we made last time because like that didn't even last till 3 o'clock in our house.
I've been eating the slaw almost like every week.
Yeah,
And-
that's so good.
Oh, so yeah, and there's so many different variations you can make of it.
Yep.
Oh, it's yummy. That's probably my favorite.
And who's gonna grill right away? Anybody grilling now? Waiting till a little later?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the quesadillas later. While y'all were making the first recipe, I was making myself breakfast. I was starving. I made French toast.
Yeah.
and omelet. It was pretty good.
I know
Yeah.
it's funny because those whole wheat waffles we made, I need to do that again because it was so nice to have them in the freezer.
Yes, I need to make. I was actually thinking about that. I was like, ooh, I need to make those.
I almost did another pancake and I'm like, oh, it's so hot. I'll make something that doesn't require cooking for this time. And we'll get into the pancakes and the waffles when it's cooler.
Oh, I'll eat them anytime. It doesn't matter. Like soup. I like soup.
Do you? Yeah, it's like I have winter recipes and summer recipes. It's like I get so sick of salad during the summer and then I switch to, roasted veggies in the winter and
Yeah. No, somebody made tortilla soup the other day and it was freaking good. I tore that up. Big old bowl of it. I didn't care. Texas weather, I'm still gonna eat it.
right.
Oh.
Well, just give me a yell when you're finished with this recipe because then we're pretty much done and ready to grill and move on with our day.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and hop off. I've got to start working on my business plan that's taking forever. So
Take a picture, Kelly.
oh, okay.
Hey, do I have to stop sharing or can you see everybody? Let me stop. I'll stop sharing for a sec.
Sorry, my hands are.
I got it. All right, we ready? Hey, Jess.
Sorry, we're trying to get a new phone going and it's stressful. So
So does
I've
anybody
been listening,
need the
I promise.
Do you guys need the recipe back up? Are you good? Good. Okay, everybody's good. All right, well, I'll let you guys get to it. It was good to see you. If you have suggestions for August that you'd like to see, or I think I'm going to make it kind of similar where it's a little faster one. And, we'll stick it on the grill or get it marinating or something like that. Maybe we'll do those Hawaiian pork chops. Those things are just addictive. So
You keep talking about those. You have
no,
to.
I know. And I made them like 5 times. They're so good. I need to just put them on here.
Sounds good.
All right, you guys have a great day. It was good to see you.
Thank you. That was awesome.
Bye. Thank you.